That's it. Okay, welcome guys. The first thing I want to share with you is the Shake and Share. I want to share about that, right? I posted that for you guys. And I'm going to share a screen with you guys, a document. 1 second. Okay. So I put together this document for a Shake and Share, and basically we're doing this with our new coaches, and this is part of our new coach training, right? To help our new coaches, we're going to run this Shake and Share together. But obviously, you guys are welcome to join in as well. You know, I've already created a group, and you know, you guys are welcome to join the group. And we've already got 2 people that have requested to join. I would say don't join just to join, but join if you have somebody that wants to attend. You know, if you find somebody that wants to attend after making posts or whatever, then join the group and add them. You know, Alicia, you already saw the post that I made on my timeline. If anybody else saw the post I made on my timeline, you're welcome to steal that. And that I created, I had my assistant create images that we can use as a team. So here's one image, and basically you can, this is a ping file, so it's got a transparent block here, so you can overlay this over another picture. So it's pretty easy. If you use PicMonkey, you can just use the butterfly, and PicMonkey is the overlay button. So basically you can just overlay this over top of, you know, yourself drinking Shakeology. That's what I did. Here's another one. This is the one that I used for mine. And if you don't want to be in the picture at all, here's one that you can use. So basically different images. I also give you, here's the post that I made, the sample post right here. Change it. Oh, here's the picture that I did, so you can see what it looks like. So feel free to change that post as you want. You know, create yourself an image. It starts next Monday, so that's 1 week from today. So I would recommend, if you guys do want to try to get people involved in the Shake and Share. What is the Shake and Share? Just to let you guys know, it's basically what you're doing is you're offering a 7-day Shakeology sampler to people, right? So that they buy it directly from Beachbody. You don't have to provide the packets. I mean, you certainly can if you have packets on hand and people are close to you. You can certainly give them the packets. But you know, I'm just having people buy it directly from Beachbody. That way they get signed up with you as their coach, right? They'll become your customer. It's $35, you know, and I tell them that right there in the post, and just say comment below if they want in. And here's the link to the sampler. Just, that's my coach ID on the end. Just change it to be your coach ID. And you know, as soon as you get somebody that's interested, just give them that link, and it'll take them right into Team Beachbody shop, and they can get it. And then I give them the link to the group, you know, once they committed that they want to. And you know, you can either give them the link or you can just add them into the group. And then the remainder of the document is just post. And you know, depending upon what coaches have people in the group, we'll just divide up the posts, you know, and I'll take Monday, someone else will take Tuesday, or maybe we'll do a post in the morning and a post in the evening, depending on how many coaches that we have that actually have people in the group, you know. And we'll just share information about Shakeology. We'll share some videos with them. We're going to share our Shakeology and different recipes. And obviously, you know, in the sampler, they get to try all 7 flavors. How many flavors are there? Are there more than 7? I don't know, but they get to try 7 of the flavors. And, you know, it's going to help our new coaches learn how to run free groups and invite to free groups. But, you know, if you guys, like I said, want to join, you're welcome to. If you have coaches that want to join, they're welcome to. So, you know, we're just opening it up. Does anybody have any questions? And I will share the link with you. just you have edit access, but don't edit the document. Just copy and paste and then edit, your post. I posted it in the chat.
Greg, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
I have to get off my phone. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just a couple coaches of mine are interested, and we've kind of been talking about this, but we don't think we'll have time to get anybody, 7 days. I don't think Beachbody will be able to, unless people ordered today, I don't think we would get our orders in time. So we were wondering if we could observe in the group to see how you run it and get some ideas if we want to run our own.
Sure. Beachbody typically does like 5-day shipping, don't they?
Well, I've got a challenger that just ordered the All Access a week ago Saturday, and she still doesn't have her Shakeology. They're kind of taking their time.
Really? Is she in Canada? I know Canada is slow.
I'm Denver.
No, your person is in Denver?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's been taking minimum 5 days, but seems like it's been more than that. So yeah, so I've run a couple of Shakeology groups with Brian, but I'm always curious what other people are doing, if that's okay.
Sure. Yeah, you can be in the group, and I gave you the link to the document that has, a whole bunch of posts in it. And I didn't create these posts. I got them from David Kirby, who has run them before. So, and Lisa Torre, she got them from David. So, you feel free to take them and modify them, whatever, And I know Brian said he was going to share. He had a document with posts too. So, give us some other posts we can use.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
Sure. Anybody else have questions about it? Okay. And like I said, if you're interested, just, create it and post it tonight. And, I think if you can get people to order tomorrow or Wednesday at the latest, that hopefully they'll have it in time, and, and even if they get it a day or two late, it's not the end of the world. They'll be in the group, and they're going to see the post, and, they'll just start a couple days. They'll start their Shakeology a day or two late. So that's fine too. So tonight we were going to talk about, the topic is social media do's and don'ts, and Connie was our leader, but Connie is stuck on the road, in her truck, driving. So, I told her not to worry about it, that I can lead the discussion, and, we can share, like what's working for us or what's working for you in social media, and, some lessons that you've learned. Let me start by I'll just go over some of the things that I teach new coaches, right? Like the do's and don'ts, and you guys may have gone through this, whenever you started with us, or maybe it's new to you. So, one of the main don'ts is you don't want to vomit sales on people, right? You don't ever want to post a link, right? When you do your post and you're talking to people about Shakeology or 21 Day Fix or whatever, you don't want to tell them like the price, right? For the sampler, I did just tell them it's $35, but typically you don't want to tell them the price like of a challenge pack or anything like that. You don't want to give them a link. You just want to generate interest, right? Most coaches won't. Hello? Did someone say something? Okay. Most coaches won't even use the word Beachbody in their post, or 21 Day Fix, or Shakeology. They make them as obscure as possible, and they just talk about join my summer slim down, and I will give you a meal plan and an exercise program, and nutritious shake, and contact me if you're interested, so you will see that a lot. I don't think that that's necessary, that you don't want to avoid Beachbody. Obviously people should know you're a coach, right? And they should see the workouts you're doing. So it shouldn't be a surprise to them, when they respond to any of your call to action posts or whatever. So don't post anything that's controversial, anything that's political. I know we have some coaches that are on our team that are very political. Honestly, I unfriend them, or I unfollow them, because I can't even stand their posts, much less, most other people, So if they're my coach and I can't stand their posts, then what do you think, the other people are going to think, So, I mean, unless you are lined up politically, unless your friends that you're reaching are, if you're only trying to go after the same, political bent, right? That's all you're going to get, right? With those type of posts, right? And you're going to turn everyone else off. And I know that's not your intent, and that's not our intent as coaches, right? We want to try to help everybody. Obesity is an epidemic in America, and we don't want to just help the Republicans or the Democrats or peace lovers or tree huggers or whoever, right? So keep that in mind. What else? Like pages. I won't like other coaches' like pages, and I don't recommend that you necessarily do that. It's okay to like my page or whatever, because if your friends respond to my ads, I'm going to see that we have a friend in common, and I'm going to send them to you. That happens to me all the time, But other coaches, like if you like Melissa McAllister or Melanie Mitra, right? And they're running their ads, they don't know you, right? So when your friends respond to their posts, because when you boost posts, you could say, I want friends of friends to see this, right? And when your friends see it, they're not going to know who you are, and they're going to go after your friends. And Alicia, maybe that's how your friend ended up, buying 21 Day Fix from somebody else, because a friend of a friend, saw your post or whatever. So that's something to keep in mind. It's fine to friend a person, right? Or follow. Like you can go to Melanie Mitro's timeline and you can click follow her. That's fine. Follow her personal page. You can become friends with her if she accepts your friend request. That's cool. But her like page, just don't like that. Don't try to be somebody else. We all will see posts done by other coaches that we like, right? Like even my post that I showed you, right, on the shake and share. You guys are welcome to use that, copy it, but make it your own. If that's not how you would say something, like if you saw this really great post from Melanie Mitro, and and she's saying, "Hey, girl, love you," all this stuff, right? And that's not you. That's not how you talk. Then don't say that, right? Just use it as a guideline. Put your story, your spin, how you talk to somebody on the post and share it. So they say that like when you write a post, don't think that you're writing a blog or something that, hundreds of people are potentially going to see. Think of your best friend, right? And write that post like you're writing the post to your best friend. Expect that your best friend, or whoever, your sister, your brother, they're the ones that's going to see it, and they're the ones that's going to read it, and they're the one that you want to connect with, right? So make it come from you and make it be yours and be your voice, and that's going to attract your followers, right? Not somebody else's, right? Videos are huge, right? You can post videos. Sharing videos doesn't do much. And I can tell you that sharing posts really doesn't do very much, You'll see like my timeline is filled with shared videos and posts, you guys see them all in your timeline as well. But and you probably share them yourself if you see something funny, and that's fine. But if you look at that share that you do, it may get like a few likes. It doesn't create a huge amount of traction. Facebook affinity doesn't give that much importance to a share. Not to you. It may give it to the original person, right? That it boosts their affinity, but it doesn't boost your affinity. So something to keep in mind. But videos are huge, videos that you do yourself. And Facebook Live is one of the biggest things. I do Facebook Live a lot in my groups, like my free groups, my challenge groups, those type things. I go live in. It's great to go live because I can talk about the challenge, the upcoming challenge, and I could tell them about it, or I could talk about meal planning or whatever. And you've seen everybody go live, right? I mean, it immediately pops to the top of your timeline, right? You see them, like, you may not even know who the person is, and they're popped right in the, top of your timeline, and you can't even get rid of them if you want to, right? And then even after they're done going live, it's recorded, and Facebook, notifies you that you really need to watch this live thing, even though you may not even know who the person is, right? I know Shauna goes live a lot, and Shauna, you want to jump in here? Do you want to talk about live? Give any tips with that?
I was super nervous, of course, to go live, and but you just got to be vulnerable and share your story, and share something with them that will intrigue them or help your audience, what they're looking for. I try to go live on both my like page and my personal page. As a matter of fact, I started out with like less than 200 friends on Facebook, and I've been doing all that, getting friends in groups kind of stuff and all that, but I still don't have a lot of them that have went over to my like page. I have 1,300 likes on my like page now, and 200 of them are friends. So I'm definitely seeing a different audience on both my like page and my personal page. Definitely I get notified if someone else is going live. And now that new, the messenger thing that, it's like Snapchat. I don't know. I don't have Snapchat, so, or whatever it is, but, I've been posting on that, like saying when I'm going to go live. And then I noticed that 10 or 15 other people that I don't ever notice seeing my anything are seeing that. So then they may be coming to see my live. So.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, because that is the latest thing, that messenger stories, right? Is anybody using that yet? I've used it a couple times, and it's great because you can see how many people viewed it, you can see who viewed it and stuff like that. And anything that you post on your timeline, you can add to your day story, right? So they try to make it like Snapchat, right? So that it only hangs around for a day, right? 24 hours. And you can keep adding to your day. And I guess as the pictures expire, right, the 24 hours, they fall off, so it's probably like a rolling 24 hours. But the purpose is to create like a timeline, a story, So Armando, you go to the parks a lot, right? Universal or whatever. So you could create a story like, hey, we're leaving, we're packing up, we're in the car, now we're in line, now we're riding the roller coaster, and here's the video, and now we're, having lunch and drinking our Shakeology or whatever, right? So it gives people a little 30-second, storyline that they can watch at the end of the day or whatever, right? And that's how Snapchat works, and you can definitely get followers with it. And
I had a question on that.
Yeah.
I tried it once, but then it was asking who do you want, like the video or whatever picture, to notify on Messenger. Do you have to click, or
No.
just put it out there and whoever's on Messenger will see it?
You can send it to somebody, but I just skip that part. Don't send it to anybody, and just the next screen will say, who do you want to see it? And you just make sure everybody can see it. I select the first one that says everybody except, and I don't put anybody in the except, so that means everybody can see it. And that's it, you know.
So anybody that has Messenger will be able to see it.
Yes, right,
Okay.
right. The Messenger app, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And yeah, I mean, I've played around with it. I mean, obviously you can write on it and you can do the funny picture faces and stuff. I haven't really got into all that, but you know, obviously they're trying to make it like Snapchat, so I'm sure they'll create more filters and more stuff that you can do, and it'll become more popular. So anyway, but
Right.
Facebook, huh?
I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt. Is that what's at the top of add to your day
Yes.
for Messenger? So I didn't realize what this was. So I'm a little, so if I add a picture to my day, then anybody on Messenger can see it? And do I
Yeah.
add a comment to it?
Yeah, and you can keep adding. So I can, let me go into Messenger.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be technology illiterate.
No,
right
it's
now.
fine. So do you have people with stories? So you can see I have
Yeah.
a lot of coaches and I've got like hundreds of stories. Now, I don't know who's going to like watch all these because I sure don't watch all these people's stories. But you know, if there's a couple people that I'm interested in, like, you know, I notice that the coaches that I click on their story, that it gives them to me first, right? So Facebook prioritizes, right? So I see their stories before I see anybody else's. So I've got like Megan Eggleston, right? So I can click on hers and you can see like she writes on her pictures, and look, she's got a video of her making her Shakeology, you know,
Uh-huh.
and then her kids, right? But yeah, I mean, yeah, but all you do is you click that button that says add to your day, and you can take a video or add a picture. Like I can add any of my existing pictures, and you can, you know, this little button down here, that's like, you know, go live, and you can see all these filters you can add, and you can bring them up, and you can, there's lots of filters and funny pictures and stickers that you can add onto your phone, right?
So if I go live with it, then does it go onto my timeline or does it just stay in Messenger? Why am I so confused about this? Probably because
No,
I'm not
if you're in
doing it.
Messenger, right, like you can go, it's essentially live, right?
Mm,
All you're going to do is create a video, right? And then after you're done that video, let's say, well, I took a picture. I didn't create a video, but I took a picture. And now it gives me a little arrow, so I can click on that arrow and it'll say, do you want to add it to your day, right? And I could say yes. And then this is what Armando is saying is, do I want to send it to anybody, right? No, I don't want to send it to anybody. So basically I don't check anybody, I just hit send, and then it'll add it to my day.
so it'll pop up at the top.
Yeah, so I don't want to actually add it to my day, but you get the picture.
You could do a video, but I think it has to be under a minute. I've tried different times, and anything over a minute so far has been turned down. So it doesn't show up in my pictures to choose from.
Yeah, that makes sense, because they don't want you like sitting there watching somebody's story for 10 minutes. You know, it's just supposed to be quick little 1 minute or less stories, you know.
So it's like maybe like something like after you finish a workout or whatever. Is that what you're saying? Or like the Shakeology video or whatever?
Well, it's not supposed to be like just like a post, right? It's supposed to be a conglomeration of posts, right? So it could be like a post of you, you know, going to work, a post of you working out at the gym, not a post, a picture, right? There's no words, right?
Uh-huh.
And then maybe a 30-second video of you after your workout, and then a picture of you drinking your Shakeology, right? So you add all those to your day, and then when somebody clicks on it at the top, it just plays it like a movie, right? So that's the story of your day.
Okay. All right. Sorry to be a little blind there and not understanding it. Thanks.
No, you'll understand it if you play with it. And trust me, I've only played with it a little bit, so I'm not an expert, but you know.
Hey, Greg,
Yeah.
could you think of it like those books or whatever, like A Day in the Life of so-and-so, where you can go through the book and skim through it, but now it's more of a little movie that once you put your pictures together, slideshow that it comes all together, something
Yep.
along that line?
Yep.
Okay.
It kind of like if you were doing, let's say you were doing 5 posts a day on Facebook, but you were, giving like writing a blog, right, and giving details and right, but this just like takes the snapshot of the pictures, takes a video clip, and puts it all together. And
Okay. All right. Thank you.
yeah, so videos are huge. Going live is huge. I encourage you all to do it. Overcome that fear. Just start going live in your groups, and then like Shanna does, start going live on your timeline. I saw Alicia, she went live, right? And talked about their trip and him, on, what was it, an email? He got an email live and we got to find out where he went. So that was great.
It's for the match, yeah. They sent it out at 1:00, so we're like, let's just do it live. It's something not related to Beachbody that'll get attention.
Yeah, it was good. So something else is I never post links to anything, I won't, like if you have recipes or whatever, I typically won't post links in the actual post because Facebook affinity will go down, which means less people will see it. So let's say you had a great recipe for chicken Alfredo, a light recipe that you got off skinnytaste.com, right? So instead of just giving the link to skinnytaste.com where you found the recipe, right? Don't do that because less people will see it because Facebook says, oh, they're trying to drive traffic away from Facebook and onto this other site, right? So what you want to do is just post a picture of it, right? And create engagement and say, who wants the recipe, right? Comment below if you want it, right? And then a lot of people comment that they want it. And then you can go in the comments section, right? After everybody's commented for like an hour or two and give them the link, right? The only time that it's good to post links is if you do have a blog, right? If you're trying to promote your blog, right? And you want to share that on Facebook, right? Or share that on your like page. That would be the only time that I would share a link, right? Because yeah, you're not going to get that much Facebook affinity, but whatever you do get, it's just driving traffic to your blog, so that's fine. Obviously, don't just talk about Beachbody. Don't just post your Shakeology. Don't just post your workout. Make sure, that that's only, once every 5 posts that you make, right? So if you're doing 5 posts a day, well, then it could be once a day. If you're doing 5 posts a week, then just do once a week, So you don't want to spam people and, for them to think that you're just a Beachbody coach and nothing else. Don't slam competitors. It's very tempting to want to, slam the It's Works idiots who think that they can wrap themselves in saran wrap or other Herbalife or anybody else. Avoid that. If somebody else, makes a comment, like on your Shakeology post, like, how does this compare to Herbalife, whatever, don't get into that. Just say, I don't know anything about that. All I know is Shakeology helped me with blah or whatever, Don't tag everyone and their brother in your posts, Obviously it's okay to do that in our challenge group. We can tag, 100 people, but, don't tag people. I hate it when people, just tag me for no reason. Like I'm not in the picture with them. They just tag me, to get more people to see their posts, really. They don't even care if I see their posts. They're just trying to get my friends to see their posts. So don't do that. That's annoying. Don't put a lot of hashtags. A few hashtags are cool. They can be funny. I mean, they apply a lot more to Instagram than, you know, it serves a purpose in Instagram. In Facebook, it doesn't serve that much of a purpose. You can have a couple hashtags, you know, but don't go overboard. Let's see. Don't ever add people to Facebook groups without their permission. So, you know, let's say you know, don't like you created a clean eating group. Don't go add all your friends to that group. You know, don't add people to our shake and share unless you get their permission first. You know, so I know a lot of girls and other MLMs do that, right? They add to their makeup groups or to their nails or their Jamberries or whatever, right? We don't want to be that type of people, right? Typically, I don't share other people's posts. So if you see like a really great post that somebody made, like, I mean, something that's shareable, like motivational or something that's cool, I typically won't share their post. You know, it's much better to save that image and repost it yourself with your own story. Also, if you have a like page, I won't share stuff from my like page. You know, a lot of coaches will do that. But what I found is you don't get nearly the traction. Like sharing, you know, from your like page to your personal page or from your personal page to your like page. Like Facebook does not give, you know, that much affinity to that share. You know, if you repost it, you'll do 10 times better. You'll get 10 times more people seeing it and more eyes on it. So, you know, just repost it. If you have a like page and a personal page and you want it on both, you know, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just spread it out like a day apart. You know, it's like I'll post it on my personal page today and I'll post it on my like page tomorrow, you know, but I won't share it, you know. Does that make sense? What else? What other tips do you guys have for Facebook or any social media? It doesn't have to be just Facebook. Like, I don't know anything really about Instagram. Does anybody have any tips for that? No? Other tips for Facebook then?
So on Instagram, I just started using it with our, whatever that competition was in November, but it seems like I don't really understand when I'll get just random people that comment on some of my stuff, but and when I go to click on to see who they are, you know, I see they're trying to sell something. So it seems like maybe that's a way to get people to notice you on Instagram if you just start liking all of their posts and make a little comment.
Yeah, if we did a team call and we had Kristen Richards last year. I don't know if you saw that, but she talked about Instagram, and there's a tool called Instagress, and there are similar tools out there like Instagress. And what they are is they're automated tools set up on Instagram that will go and they'll like other people's posts, and they can even add automated comments. That's why, you know, you can customize them to search for hashtags, and you can create like a whole list of hashtags of things that you're interested in, right? And then you can
up to 25 hashtags.
Oh, okay, thanks. Armando already knows. And then you can put little sayings like, good job, that looks interesting, blah, 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 right? And it'll automatically comment on those things. But the problem is, it's like if somebody posts a death of their cat and you say, good job, you know, it's going to look really stupid, right? So, you know, I think if you're careful and selective, you know, that you could get it to work, right? And there are coaches that use it, but I would say just be careful, right? But you're right. If you heart somebody, and then most likely they're going to heart you back, right? Or if you comment on their stuff, then hopefully they're going to comment back. And I've also seen that there's a similar tool on Facebook, because I have some page that was commenting on my page, you know, and they were Fitness 365 or whatever, and I would get these random comments on my posts, you know, and I could tell it wasn't a real person. So I just blocked the person. Yeah, I blocked their page, you know, because they're using some automated tool. So anyway, but if you do that, if you really do that, I mean, a lot of coaches build their business on Instagram, and they'll search, you know, just like Jen Wooten talked about, going into a Facebook group and like adding 20 contacts a day or whatever, right? There's people that do that on Instagram, right? And they'll search hashtags, and they'll go through and they'll add 100 people, and then they'll do 100 invites, and, you know, and they do it all on Instagram, and they build their business on Instagram. And I have a speaker, Patrick, I can't think of his last name, but Patrick Ryman, who built his business on Instagram, and he's doing our next team call. So not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. And he didn't want to post in the beginning when he was a new coach on Facebook. And so he opened an Instagram, and he built his business on Instagram.
Yeah, I remember that call now, but I hadn't ever used Instagram, so I didn't understand most of it.
Yeah. You can go back and watch it again. She talked a lot.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I've noticed those comments they just seemed really odd. Like, no, that wasn't that interesting. Why'd you say interesting? You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Armando, have you used it?
I haven't used it, and I know Lisa was saying that you started getting more pornographic stuff, so I didn't want to go that route with those automated stuff. I use Instagram. It's more to pull people and see if they have Facebook account, and if they don't, because you could private message them as well whenever they, you know, make a comment. You could private message them and see if they have Facebook, and if they don't, you could offer them the app of Beachbody to try to connect with you outside of Instagram, because Instagram, you can't put a link for them to click on it unless you have them go up to your bio. So anytime you want to put a link of a video you're doing or anything like that, you will have to update your bio for those people to go up and check it. So I think it's more to build or bring people to you and put yourself out there through Instagram, because Instagram, the good thing about it is that it's a mobile device. It's a mobile, I guess, it's a mobile app. So it's easier not looking for a signal, because Instagram is easier when you're out and about. Facebook is more, you have to have good signal to actually get your feed or anything you want to put in your timeline with Wi-Fi. So according to, I forgot who it was that was doing the training on Instagram, it's more of a mobile app that you could use to reach other people using hashtags. And then you could follow up with them. And if you have a specific niche, you could put, you know, let's say German Shepherd, hashtag German Shepherd, and you see people posting, you could go into their profile and see if they're doing anything that relates to your life. And then you could connect with them with one of their posts and build a relationship, and then see if you could either bring them over to Facebook or one of the apps, you know, if they want to go into one of your challenges that you're having. But Facebook is more effective to get customers, just because it's an easier interaction that you could get with them versus Instagram. But Instagram is more public and easier friendly on mobile when you're out and about, to me.
Also, I want to share my screen and just give you just a couple tips with your timeline. For those of you, you've probably seen other coaches do this, like your timeline, like your banner, is that what you call it? Your timeline banner or your profile banner can be more of a story about you. So instead of just a picture of your family, it could be more about coaching, right? And like, I have click here for my story, right? So if you click there, basically it brings up the picture, but then, I give my whole story, right? And even watch my story on a YouTube link. So I'm sure you guys have seen this. If you go to, let's see, Bonnie Engel, right? You're gonna see, I'm sure, her timeline, right? You see lots of examples of that, right? So that looks really professional as a coach, so you guys can definitely think about that. Also, something else that is important is see how she's a founder and CEO at the Shine Dynasty. Basically, that's going to link, well, it doesn't, but it should link to her like page. So let me go back to mine. So you can see I'm an owner at Engage Fitness, right, with Coach Greg, which is basically my like page, right? So that links right to my like page, right? And I do the same thing with the banner here, right? If you click on the banner, like see that learn more button, if people click on that learn more, then, they're gonna learn more about me right there. But that's a good tip because a lot of people have like pages. I know they do. And I can't find their like page because if they didn't name the like page like after themselves, then and they don't have a link to it in their profile right here, right in their intro, then it's like I could spend hours trying to find their like page. I was trying to find a like page for Sarah Camden, and I know she had like a runners something another, and I couldn't find it because it doesn't have her name and she has no link to it. So instead of, like this is in the job section. So you could see, I'm a former senior solutions architect at Akamai, right? But now I'm an owner at, and you just give a link to your like page and that's the way it works. So you just put it in your work section. So that's a tip. Obviously playing around with your banner. I've seen people who can upload little videos in their profile pictures. Have you seen that? That's kind of cool, eye-catching. Just a tip there. What else? Okay, I guess that's it. Does anybody else have any tips? Anything to add?
Not putting Beachbody as your job.
Right. Yeah, that's a bad thing. Don't put, yourself as a Team Beachbody coach, independent Team Beachbody coach. That is one of the jobs that you can pick, but don't pick that,
Michelle Taylor shared a video a while back on showing where some coaches had put different things like that as their job. They just chose a drop-down option. That option ended up taking them to somebody else's like page.
Hmm.
So you really have to be careful on just choosing what Facebook is suggesting on stuff like that.
It's bizarre. I saw a post that Danielle Natoni, you guys know who Danielle Natoni is, Fit and Funky. She made a post on the wall that compliance actually contacted her and got onto her because she didn't have herself listed as an independent Team Beachbody coach as her job in her profile. So she had to add it, So, I'm not going to add it to mine unless, compliance calls me and tells me I have to, but, just, and even if I do, I'll still have owner at Engage Fitness, and then I'll also have independent Team Beachbody coach, I'll have both, so, but I wouldn't recommend putting it, unless it becomes a real issue with compliance. All right, Carrie, did you have a question? Diamond training video did the 5-3-1 method. 5 likes, 3 comments, and then messages. Hey, commenting you on Facebook. What was that? Was that in regard
when
to
you searched? It was in one of the diamond trainings. They did a video when she searched for hashtags and looked for somebody familiar or that looked like would be a good person to reach out to. She'd go through and like 5 of their posts, comment on 3 of them, and then eventually, she said she did it right then and there. Just messaged them, hey, we've got a lot in common. I'd love to whatever, are you on Facebook? Love to be your friend, whatever. But
I
don't know
remember
if I could do that all in, one
Yeah, I
day or
remember
not, maybe. So,
So you could like search a
And then she
hashtag.
had-
And
yeah, and she had like 3 different sets of 25 hashtags that she had ready to use just to plug in her comment section.
yeah,
So-
that's a good advice. Or you could do it like Jennifer Wooten said in her team call, like she would go and she'll, send 20 invites or 100 invites. And then she'll go back like after she's put them all in her, written them all down and put them in her binder or whatever. And then you go back and you like, and you comment and you love on them as she likes to say, to generate that affinity, right? That's what you're essentially doing. So, okay, well, let's wrap up then. Won't keep you guys any longer. So thanks for all the comments and discussion. And if you, like I said, if you want to jump on and jump into our Shake and Share, you guys are welcome to. So
Okay.
create your post. All right,
Thanks,
guys.
Greg.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Greg.
you.
Very informative tonight. Thanks.